If you've been wondering when Suzuki would finally wheel out its first production EV two-wheeler, the answer is apparently now. What's the brand's first EV motorbike to roll out to the public, you might ask? Although we've seen things like this EV motocross bike patent from Suzuki floating around in the ether in the past few years, from an OEM standpoint, that probably wouldn't make a lot of sense as its first stab at the genre. No, if you're a legacy OEM and you want to A, make a splash and B, justify continuing and expanding your EV two-wheeler development, you go for what's historically been one of your biggest sellers. I don't know if you know this, but Suzuki's been selling its diminutive address scooters, both in Asian markets and elsewhere, since 1987. So, friends, let me introduce you to Suzuki's first ever EV two-wheeler, the e-address scooter. And don't worry if you are a fan of the combustion address scooter. At the same time Suzuki rolled this new EV version out, it also showed off a brand new refresh of the beloved address for 2025. Right now, it doesn't appear like that extremely popular little scoot is shuffling off into the sunset anytime soon. Now, some might understandably wonder why it took so long for Suzuki to get to this point. Legacy OEMs can take a long time to change direction, generally speaking, but Suzuki is only dipping its toe into EV scooters in 2025, while competitors and sometime collaborators Honda and Yamaha already got here a few years back. I'm afraid I don't have a great answer for you here except to say that, historically, Suzuki seems to take a long time to do a lot of things. So, why should EVs be any different? I mean, before introducing the GSX 8S V-Strom 800D platform, it hadn't introduced a truly new platform in literal decades. If there's one thing you can say about Suzuki as a company, purely from observation, it's that it likes to play things safe. On to the brand new Suzuki e-address. Unlike the competition, the cute little EV scooter packs a fixed lithium iron phosphate (LFP) battery inside, and not a removable one like you'll find in Honda's scooters, or in future Yamahas that will be powered with Honda Mobile Power Pack E units. What else do we know about the Suzuki e-Axis battery pack? According to Suzuki, special care was taken to pack it into its own little box inside the scooter, which is meant to give extra protection against damage. That's certainly top of mind for potential owners in the first market where it's launching, which is India. While EV motorbikes and e-bikes catching fire isn't exactly a trend, since India has been quicker to adopt these forms of transportation than some other markets, you will still see more stories about fires involving EVs simply because more of them are out in the wild. The e-Axis can be charged either at home or via a portable fast charger. On standard household electricity, Suzuki India says it can charge from 0 to 100% in approximately 6 hours and 42 minutes. If you use a fast charger, the charge time drops down to 2 hours and 12 minutes. What kind of power and range does a fully charged e-Axis produce? About 87 kilometers, says Suzuki. That's about 54 miles, give or take the usual factors that can help or hinder EV range more generally, such as steep up or downhill riding, headwinds, carrying a pillion or lots of additional weight, and so on. The all-electric powertrain, produced in-house by Suzuki, makes a claimed 4.1 kilowatts, about 5.4 horsepower. Maximum torque is 15 Newton meters, about 11 pound-feet. Regenerative braking comes standard, as do LED lighting, a smart key, a USB outlet, and a 17-liter underseat storage space.